Dear students, now we are going to discuss about the heart. What is meant by heart? Heart is a conical, hollow, muscular organ located in the middle mediastinum, and it pumps the blood to various parts of the body. So you will say the first point. It's a conical, hollow, muscular organ. See, this is what the shape of the heart, or this one is a diagram of the heart. See the shape. It's almost a conical in shape. Okay, so it's a conical shaped muscular organ. It is made up of muscles. Okay, cardiac muscles, and it's a hollow. See, this one is a section of the heart. See the interior. It's a hollow organ. It's empty. Okay, so it's a conical shaped hollow muscular organ located in the middle mediastinum. So we should know what is meant by mediastinum. What is meant by middle mediastinum? Mediastinum means it is the space seen between right and left limb. Okay, that mediastinum is divided into superior and inferior, means upper part and lower part. That lower part again divided into anterior, middle, and posterior. So anyway, this one is the same between two lungs. That's why it's not known as what? It is located in the middle mediastinum. Okay, clear? So it's a conical shaped hollow muscular organ located in the middle mediastinum. So that those points are clear now. Now we have to see the external features of the heart. See, it is having four chambers, right and left atria and right and left ventricle. Where? See, that this one. This is what the right atrium. Okay, this one is a right ventricle. So right atrium, right ventricle. The opposite side, this is the left side of the heart. See this one. This is a left ventricle and this is a part of the left atrium. See here in this diagram, you can see the left atrium properly. See, this one is a left atrium. This is a right atrium. This is a left atrium. So left atrium, left ventricle. Right atrium, right ventricle. So these are the four chambers. You know the previous image. See, right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. So first point is clear. It is having four chambers, right and left atria and right and left ventricle. So on the surface of the heart, right and left atria are separated from the ventricles by atrioventricular sulcus or coronary sulcus. This is the point. See this one. This is the right atrium. This one is the right ventricle. These two are separated by a shallow groove here. This groove is known as what? Atrioventricular sulcus or groove. Okay, like that. These two are separated by another sulcus there. Okay, those sulci are known as atrioventricular, between the atrium and ventricle. So atrioventricular sulcus or coronary sulcus. It is having one more name known as coronary sulcus. Okay, so here in the anterior part, this area it is known as anterior coronary sulcus. Okay, if it is in the right side, it is known as right anterior coronary sulcus. If it is in the left side, left anterior coronary sulcus. And if it is in the posterior aspect, it's known as posterior. Anyway, this groove which separates the atrium from the ventricle is known as what? Atrioventricular sulcus. Now, atria are separated from each other by another sulcus. It is known as interatrial sulcus. Interatrial sulcus. See here, I told you this one. This is the right atrium, and this one is the left atrium. Now here you can see a shallow groove. Okay, this shallow depression is known as what? Interatrial sulcus. Sulcus means groove, so interatrial sulcus. So atria are separated from each other by interatrial sulcus or groove. Now the ventricles are separated by interventricular sulcus. That also we are having two, anterior and posterior. We'll see that. See here, This is a right. I told you this one is a right ventricle. This one is a left ventricle. Right ventricle and left ventricle. These two ventricles are separated by a sulcus or a groove here. That groove which is known as interventricular sulcus. Okay, so these points are clear. Human heart is having four chambers. What are the four chambers? Right and left atria and right and left ventricle. Now we are able to identify those points. Then on the outer surface, these atria are separated by atrium is separated from the ventricle by atrioventricular sulcus. Then atria are separated by interatrial sulcus. Then ventricles are separated by interventricular sulcus. Now, so four chambers and its boundaries or its boundaries are clear. Now, this heart it is having one apex, one base, then three surfaces and four borders. What are those? What are they? You will see that. First, apex which is formed by left ventricle and it is directed towards the left side and reaches the left fifth intercostal space. See, this is what the apex. See, this apex mainly, this is what the apex. See, mainly it is formed by left ventricle, not by the right ventricle. Correct now, apex is formed by the left ventricle and it is directed towards the left side. How? See, this is the thoracic cage. This is the right side and this one is the left side. See, the apex which is directed towards the left side. And this apex which reaches the fifth intercostal space. The intercostal space means those are the spaces in between two adjacent ribs. So this one is the first intercostal space, second intercostal space, third, fourth. This is the fifth. Okay, so the apex which is directed towards the left side downward and reaches the fifth intercostal space. So apex is clear. Directed downward and forward towards the left side and it is formed by left ventricle to reaches the left intercostal space. And here in this image that location is also clear. Okay, see, here comes a left lung, here comes a right lung. Means this heart which is seen between these two lungs, that space is known as the mediastinum. Okay, now we have to discuss about the base. Okay, base which directs backward and formed by two atrium. See, this area, this is what the base. This is the posterior view of the heart. This area, this is what the base. So it is formed by left atria as well as the right atria. Okay. So base is formed by right and left atria. Then it is having three surfaces: anterior, inferior, and left surface, and four borders: upper border, lower border, right and left borders. We'll say that. First of all, we'll say the borders. Upper border, which is formed by two atria. How? See here. This is what the upper border. It is here. No clear-cut border is not there. See here, left atrium and right atrium. This area, this is what the upper border. Okay, and here comes a right border. So upper border here continues with the right border. Right border it is formed by this right atrium. The upper border is formed by both right and left atrium, but right border is formed by right atrium. You see, upper border is formed by two atria, right border is formed by right atrium, and inferior border is formed by right ventricle. Now, see, this is the inferior border. Okay, this inferior border, see, this one is the right border. Right border is formed by right atrium. Okay, here comes the upper border. Upper border is formed by both right and left atrium. Then right border is formed by right atrium. Then inferior border. Inferior border is formed by this right ventricle and this left ventricle. Only in the apex. See here, This inferior border is formed by left ventricle. Okay, so major part of the inferior border is formed by right ventricle. So inferior border mainly formed by right ventricle. A small part near the apex it is formed by left ventricle. Then left border is formed by mainly left ventricle and left auricle. See, this is the left border. Left border is formed by this left ventricle and here. This is what the left auricle. Left auricle means, what is meant by auricle? This extension of atrium. See, this large chamber, this is what the atrium, and this extension of the atrium is known as auricle. Here also we can see the extension of the atrium auricle. This one. So this left border it is formed by left ventricle and left auricle. Okay. So borders are clear. Upper border, right border, inferior border, left border. Now surfaces. It's having three surfaces: anterior or sternocostal surface, then inferior or diaphragmatic surface, then left surface. Anterior surface is formed by right ventricle. See, right ventricle, then right atrium, then left ventricle, left auricle. We'll see that. See this one. This is a right ventricle. No doubt here we can say the right atrium. So right atrium is there, right ventricle is there, left atrium is there, then left auricle is there. Okay, right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle, left auricle. So this surface, okay, this surface it is once anterior surface or the sternocostal surface. Okay, then inferior surface is formed by right and left ventricle. Here, the diagram is not this one. This is what the inferior surface, only this area. Okay, this is the right ventricle and this is the left ventricle. So this one is the inferior surface. This is our base. Okay, base is formed by right or base or posterior surface. In some textbook we can see the posterior surface. So base is formed by right and left atrium. Okay, now this is the inferior surface which is formed by right and left ventricle. Okay, so inferior surface is clear. Then left surface which is formed by left ventricle. See, here comes the left surface. It's not there in that diagram. Anyway, that side. Okay, there we can see here this side, left ventricle and a small part of the left auricle. So these are the surfaces. Okay, so surfaces are also clear. So these are the external features of heart. The next class we are going to see the features of chambers: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. So this one study this topic.